everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video we just have a small haul video, and it is a little haul that I made from Colourpop. So Colourpop recently came out with a new Disney designer collection, being the Midnight Masquerade collection, and I was immediately drawn in by the packaging, so much so that this is probably one of the first releases that I did actually set an alarm for, so I could make sure that I did get the items that I wanted. I did look over a couple of days later and the items that I wanted were still there, but it was quite fun setting a alarm to actually order the products that I wanted. I couldn't decide on what I wanted, so I ended up picking up a couple of things from the collection. But I am such a huge Disney fan. I've always been a Disney fan, but even more so since having my little girl and watching the films again with her and reliving my old favourites from when I was younger. Also kind of the newer films that have come out when I've been a little bit older. I'm such a Disney fan. So this collection just spoke to me. I know they've had other aspects of the Disney designer collection which I have purchased a couple of lipsticks from. The packaging of them was really nice, but I just liked the aesthetic of this and the way they had sets and things, and the price of things was more reasonable. I did nearly purchase the eyeshadow palette, but I managed to stay strong because it is generally a neutral palette, which I definitely don't need more of, but there are quite a few pretty shades in there and I do love the theme of it, obviously. So I'm not going to say I'm never going to purchase it, but it is definitely I did definitely give that one a good side eye, but I ended up just purchasing a couple of the sets instead. So let me show you what I picked up. I have to say as well, this is probably the quickest I've ever gotten a Colourpop delivery through. I normally get it about 2 weeks after I get my dispatch email, but this one came through a week to the day after I got my dispatch email, which was great service. And considering it's come all the way from LA as well, I thought it was really good. So this is the box of goodies that I have. I'm absolutely loving Colourpop's I'm taking it to their fall autumn boxes with the really deep purple, and then they always give you kind of like a little postcard thing, and that is super pretty as well. And on the back it says thankful for you, so I take it's the kind of like Thanksgiving, holidays, fall, autumn kind of thing, but I'm really liking it and actually thinking, could I reuse this box in some way? It's the inside of it that's nice, not even the outside. So what I'll do is I will go over quickly the couple of items that I've ordered that weren't from the Disney designer collection, and then I will end with the items that are Disney. First is one of their Just a Tint lip crayons. I've been dying to try one of these, and last time I placed an order from Colourpop I meant to put one of these in my basket and completely forgot. So when I realised I was going to be ordering the Disney things, I stuck this in my basket first so I wouldn't forget. I got this one in the shade Give Me S'more. They did have these as well in sets of 2. There wasn't a kind of pairing that I absolutely loved, so I just thought I would go with the one. Plus it wasn't really saving any money because they are $7 each and the set was $14. If the sets were maybe $12 I probably would have purchased a set, but this is how they come. I could have sworn that they had fully opaque lids. I didn't think they had clear ones, and then it's just got the Give Me S'more name on it. And this is just a really nice neutral brown. I'll just do a swatch, which is the first time I'm doing so, because I haven't even swatched it since I received it, but that is a really nice shade. Kind of like a peachy browny nude, the kind of colour that I would wear, and they just have a nice level of opaqueness, which is good, and it smells absolutely amazing. All of these are scented, and the bundles that I mentioned are kind of each bundle is a scent. So I think it's like a coconut one, a dragon fruit one, a peach one, which I think this belongs to, because I think it is peach I can smell. It's either peach or passion fruit, so maybe this is the dragon fruit one. I really can't remember. I can't 100% put my finger on the scent, but I would say it's definitely kind of peach passion fruit kind of family, so say maybe a dragon fruit. I've never smelled a dragon fruit, but really happy with that, and it doesn't feel overly sticky or anything, and I think it will be quite moisturising on the lips, which now we are getting into the colder months is exactly what I need to constantly have in my handbag to reach into. So really excited to try that properly. I've then been wanting to try one of their cream gel liners. They do have these in so many different colours. I was quite tempted by one of the more colourful ones, but because I didn't know what the formula was going to be like and things, I just thought I'll play it safe and go brown. So I've gone for the shade Mr. Bing. I was kind of drawn into that because I'm a huge fan of Friends as well, if I'm honest. There was a few different brown shades and there was a burgundy, and I was nearly getting the burgundy, but then I spotted that this one was called Mr. Bing and I had to get it. So they are just twist up gel liners. Mine appears to have something on it. I can't see what that is, but I'm going to swatch it and hopefully it will come off in the swatch. I think it was just a kind of piece of built up liner because that appears to have gone now, but that's just a really nice dark chocolate brown. And it does feel nice and creamy, and I think this will be really nice in the waterline, but also I think it'll be creamy enough to line my lash line as well, which is great because I do kind of like the ones that are 2 for 1. And if I do like it, would definitely consider more shades because they do have some really nice gold and silver and all the rainbow ones as well. So this seems promising. And I think this was only about $4.50. The last non-Disney item that I ordered was one of their pressed powder shadows, and this is in the shade Mr. Sandman. I literally ordered this to make my shipping be over $50 so that I didn't have to pay for it. Shipping from Colourpop, if you are under the $50 threshold, is $10. So it was worth this being, I think, about $4 to get my shipping over. It does look quite similar to a shade I already have, which I hadn't appreciated, but it does look really nice. It's like a gorgeous, I think maybe duochrome, kind of lilac-y purple. Let's have a look. Really smooth. It is very similar to a shade I already have, but the duochrome aspect makes it slightly different. I don't know how well it will show, but it kind of goes pinky as well. So the shade that I have that looks like this is this kind of colour with shifts of blue. So when you turn it the other way, it's kind of purple or blue, whereas this, to me, it goes kind of pinky peachy, which is really nice. So I'm excited to try this one. And I think this was about $4.50 as well. I didn't think to bring over something to wipe this off, so I'm gonna have to swatch this stuff on my other hand. I don't even know which kit to start with. I'll show you the two of them together. These are the bundles, which are cheek and lip products. So this one here is the Rapunzel bundle, and then this one is the Belle bundle. Beauty and the Beast was always my favourite film as a kid, even though I did used to fast forward the scary bit where Maurice is stuck in the forest at the beginning before he ends up in the Beast's house. That used to terrify me as a child, but it was definitely one of my favourite films, so I had to get this, and the blush shade in this I think was my favourite out of all the blushes as well. And then Rapunzel even. Side note, I did like that they included Enchanted. That to me is kind of a forgotten Disney movie. I personally always forget about it, and I think Giselle is the forgotten princess, so I'm really glad that they did include Enchanted in this bundle. This is the Rapunzel bundle, which is obviously the film Tangled, which out of all the more modern releases, I know it's still been out for a long time, but out of all the more modern Disney films, it's probably one of my favourites. That and Moana, I would say. Would love to see a Moana bundle. I would definitely buy that. I'll start with this one, and as you can see from the front, if it doesn't catch the light too much, they have the Masquerade mask with then all the flowers around it, and then they open up to the name of the bundle, which is I See the Light, and then there is Rapunzel in her couture outfit. And then when you open up here, you have the actual products inside. The cheek product is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. And the lip product on the website didn't look that big, but this actually looked bigger than I thought, so I'm quite happy with that. I've completely forgotten how much these bundles were, but I think they were £18. I think you could have purchased each of them separately, being £10 and £8. So let me just open them up. This is kind of my first impressions because this literally did arrive today, and I was filming another video, so I thought I would do an unboxing of this. Yeah, this is definitely bigger than I thought it was going to be. So the top is a kind of navy glittery, and then we have the Luxe Liquid Lip. I am a huge fan of their Luxe lipstick formula, so I'm hoping that I will like this too. This one is in the shade Flynn, which is obviously the prince in that film. Then we have the Blush Compact. I like the way as well that some of the cheek products that you got were blushes. Some were kind of more dark comb, potentially bronzery blushes, and then some were highlighters. Overall, I just think it's a great collection. And this packaging is just stunning. So this is a really nice light pink. Kind of lighter than I usually go for, but that's fine because that does mean it is more unique to my collection. But that pan size is huge. I also like that it comes with a little mirror as well, so it's handy for kind of travel. And that pan size, I say, I knew they looked pretty big, but I didn't think they were going to be that big. So definitely think this is worth $18, which I think with the conversion rate is about £15. I would definitely pay £7 each for these. So let me just do a quick little swatch. I'll do it on this hand because this one's full. I've never tried a Colourpop blush before, but that is really soft to the touch. So that is quite light for what I usually go for. But I can imagine it's still going to be really pretty. Honestly, it is then unique to my collection because I don't think I've got one that's that light. Then for the liquid lip, let's have a look what the doe foot's like. Okay, so it's bent and quite long. So I don't think I've got many like this in my collection. I did expect it to be a bigger doe foot because the packaging is so wide. I thought it was to accommodate quite a wide doe foot, but I'm intrigued to try it. So it's going to be really hard to do it with my left hand because I'm right-handed. This is a terrible swatch, but I say I'm right-handed, but that is a really nice shade. I would say that is a warm nude shade with maybe slight reddy pink undertones. Probably the perfect shade for this time of year. So I'm really excited to see kind of wearing it on my lips and things, how it dries down, how it wears, how comfortable it is. If it's anything like the Luxe lipsticks, I'm going to love it because they are the longest lasting bullet lipsticks I've ever tried. I'm hoping it's a long lasting but comfortable formula. I think they are matte. I don't remember it saying actually, so I don't think it actually says. There doesn't seem to be a lot of transfer. I'm just pressing my finger down on it and there's not a lot of transfer already, and it is drying down, so I think they are matte but really nice and excited to try them properly. The only problem I'm going to have is I'm the kind of person that with things that I love, when I get really low in them, I kind of stop using them because I don't want them to run out. And I think this is definitely going to be the case with this. Even if I did get through the whole thing, I'm never going to bin this packaging, so I'm always going to keep hold of this. But hopefully the liquid lipstick lasts a decent amount of time, and I'm still end up going to keep a manky tube of liquid lipstick because I just can't break up this set. So that is the Rapunzel set, and there's the two swatches. I don't think I said the blush in this one is called Floating Lights, which is such a pretty name. Then on to the Beauty and the Beast set. Again, absolutely gorgeous packaging with the roses around the Masquerade mask. And then this one's same concept. So this is the Beauty and the Beast bundle with Belle in her couture outfit. And then we open it up to see the two items. The name of the princess on the side as well. So this is the liquid lip, same packaging, really nice. And this is the powder blush. So this shade is slightly different to how I thought it was going to be. It is slightly more peachy and slightly more lighter. Let me show you. I thought it was a more deeper rose pink from the pictures I've seen on the website. So let's see what this one's like to swatch. Again, really soft to the touch, really nice formula. That is definitely a lot more subtle than I thought it was going to be. I thought, again, from the pictures on the website, that it was quite a deep rose colour, which I thought would kind of fit with the theme of it being Belle with the rose. But as you can see, this one here, it is more kind of lighter and peachy toned. It's still a really pretty shade and definitely one I will wear, but it's just different than what I thought. Even though I had seen swatches of it as well, I could have sworn the swatches I'd seen had been darker. Let's swatch the liquid lip. This one is called Beast. This one is an even worse swatch than the first one. This is a pretty similar shade to Flynn, to be honest. Maybe slightly more pinky, slightly lighter of a shade. Apologies for the swatch, it is terrible. But I would say they are very similar shades, which I don't necessarily mind because they are wearable shades, again, especially this time of year, but they are pretty similar to each other. So this one now has pretty much completely dried down, so you can see how that one looks. And then this one is nearly dried down, but you can kind of see how similar they are. I maybe should just do a little swatch of this one next to the other one so you can see they're immediately next to each other. So I'll let that dry a little minute, so once they're both dry we can compare. Now they are next to each other, I can see some slight differences. The one from the Rapunzel bundle is definitely a little bit more pinky toned, and the one from the Beauty and the Beast is slightly more reddy brown toned. Definitely not too far removed from each other, but because I do like both the shades, I say I don't mind in the slightest. I will definitely get a good use out of these because they are everyday shades. A little bit darker, but still everyday shades. But overall, I'm really happy with them. Yes, they are slightly different than what I thought they would be, but gorgeous shades and definitely something I will get a lot of use out of. And I'm really happy with the size of the products because I had thought they were going to be smaller. The only problem I'm going to have now is trying to keep them away from my daughter because she's going to think with them being Disney they're for her, which you kind of can't blame because most things Disney in this house are for her. So at the moment I've not let her see them because I do think she will think of her and she won't understand that no, mummy likes Disney too. So I'm definitely going to have to kind of keep these ones on the down low and not use them in front of her, as terrible as that sounds, but I really don't want a 3.5-year-old getting her hands on my makeup. And I want to keep hold of them, so I want to keep them nice. So that is it for my little Colourpop haul. My first impressions of the Midnight Masquerade products that I chose. If you did like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Thanks!